Food fight! Mr. Glade here on Food Fights. We're finding out who the winner is between Keystone Steaks and Speeds. Let's get into it. So you got Mr. Glade here. We got Food Fights. We got our guest, Just AF.
Hey, episode 1. Gang.
Our first food fight episode ever. We're excited to be here at Keystone Steaks and try out their food. We're gonna give you guys an honest rating at the end of all of this. We're headed to another cheesesteak spot immediately after this one to give them a rating as well. At the end of everything, we'll tally up our ratings and see which cheesesteak has the best cheesesteak in Lancaster. So let's dig into it. I got that there red rose, you see? The red rose cheesesteak with onions and cheese. And sauce.
All it's the classic Lancaster County style, as it says here on the Keystone Steak menu. Solid.
Yeah, we're here at Keystone Steaks, right downtown in the heart of Lancaster. King and Prince, you'll find it right on the side of King and Prince right here. Downtown Lancaster. Food fights! Alright, so.
My voice came out of me mad.
Take whichever side you would like.
Are you sure you don't have a preference?
I have no preference.
Okay, because I like the end breads. I like the end breads. Look at that.
I got this here good little middle piece.
Okay,
Some chips going.
Wow. Try to do your little happy dance. Wow. My gosh, look at this. All that cheese, onions. I'm a huge fan of onions too. Got sauce on top. That bite was great.
Yeah, and these napkins are very thick. Not cheap.
Not cheap, all right?
You gotta appreciate a thick napkin, because when you get those thin napkins and you just can't even wipe your fingers off, it's just the worst.
My nails go right through them.
The cheese in this is very pleasant too. Like, it's not that cheap cheese, not just that regular cheese. With
that
you can tell it's that,
shit,
yeah, it's that real good cheese.
I wonder what the sauce is.
This is very good.
Marinara.
I would eat this a few times a week.
The roll is really good too.
The roll is done perfect.
I like bread a lot.
Perfect, yeah. I have no complaints on the roll. Cooked perfect. Tastes great. Looks great. Presentation was good.
Yeah. No bias here either. Straight facts.
So we got the small, so we didn't fill ourselves up, because we're gonna go to a few other restaurants for you guys. Excuse me. But we want to give you guys some background on the local food and throughout Lancaster. So we're gonna take small samples out of each restaurant and see which, see how we feel about them and give them honest ratings. We're doing this for you guys to bring that background to you guys, so you can see what's going on in the city, new restaurants that are popping up.
Like this one.
Just like this one.
Yeah, I also, the small was like a big deal for me, because once I get full, I don't really like things as much. So I tried to not really eat too much. I'm gonna pass this off to the cameraman if he's into that, and save some space for the next one. Because like, I love buckets and I love Keystone Steaks, but we gotta be fair.
You gotta be fair. A fair judgment is the only way to go. No cheating.
I really want to eat all of it.
Yeah, we won't cut no corners on the judging, at least, because in order for us to be fair and for you guys to believe us, we have to be honest about the feedback that we're giving you guys. So whether I like the restaurant owners or not, I'm gonna give a feedback based on the food that they present to us, just to be fair and for you guys to understand exactly what you're getting into if you're going to a spot based off of what we tell you.
Right. Also about this spot, I just want to mention, like, it's a really nice space, a lot of space, especially like during COVID. It's just spaced out well. I don't know, room to breathe. So that's nice.
Stay tuned till the end. We're gonna tell you guys who has the better cheesesteak, whether it be Speeds or Keystone Steak.
Yeah. I'm over here making faces.
What's up? You got Mr. Glade here. We're right in front of Speeds right now. We're about to do our next segment on Food Fight and give Speeds a good little rating for how we feel versus Keystone Steaks.
So we just found out some really cool information I didn't know.
I had no idea myself.
But Speeds has been here the longest out of all steak shops in Lancaster.
In Lancaster, PA. They've been running for 62 consecutive years. I just found that out. That is insane. That is a long streak for any restaurant to have. They said that there was only one restaurant that was competing with them beforehand, and that was Rendezvous.
Yeah.
The Rendezvous is no more.
Nope.
So this is the longest standing steak shop in Lancaster, PA.
Yeah.
62 years running strong.
In the same location. Like,
Same
that's
location.
crazy.
The owner gave us a free cheesesteak in order for us to be segmented in this video today. So that was great shout out for Speeds there. Totally not expected, nor did we ask. Just something generous of them that they did for us during their restaurant in this segment. So shout out to them for that.
Lancaster, so we had to.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome. So check out Speeds.
Speeds, 318 East King Street.
That might have gave them an extra point or two for me at the end. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Seriously.
Now let's get to our cheesesteak, you see. Happy dance.
We're doing it. We haven't even taken a bite yet, but it smells so good.
So we got our cheesesteaks from Speeds. They gave us this for free. We got to congratulate them for that. Very unexpected. Very grateful for that. Let's dig in.
Let's dig in. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
You take the first bite.
We're good. Take yours. Excusez-moi. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
What do you think?
Whoa.
Liking that?
Yeah. Look at that, it's so juicy.
Hold it there, hold on back, hold it back.
Oh my God, look at it, it's dripping. I love me a little bit of grease in there.
Let's dig in.
Do it. Look at that. That's good.
You know it's a good cheesesteak when you start crying when you bite it.
Seriously though, so good. And this is a small, like, that's a good size.
For a small, you definitely getting your money's worth.
Yeah, I could share this with my daughter for real.
I could too. If I had kids, which I would love them so much.
You can share it with our daughter.
Hilarious.
I gotta say, I'm not sure who's gonna take the cake with the competition. I gotta take a few more bites.
Find out later who wins because we gotta think on this.
So we'll tally up our scores while we're eating dessert.
Ooh.
So I'm contemplating on which restaurant I think out of the two that we tested today, Keystone Steaks and Speeds.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, for Keystone Steaks, they had a great presentation. The food tasted really good. They were very friendly. Same thing with Speeds. We walked in, they made sure that they followed the COVID guidelines. They were very cleanly in there, very friendly. They also gave us a free steak, so we got to give them brownie points for that, which was very unexpected and very appreciated.
Yep.
But at the end of it all, flavor-wise, for me personally, Keystone Steaks, they take the bread. They're the bread and butter there for me. It was just the texture that I like, and the flavor was just what I expected. It wasn't too greasy, and one of the things I have to say about Speeds was that their steaks, for me personally, it was a little too greasy for me. It was very good. It had everything that you would expect. The sauce was great. The cheese was not no cheap cheese. So I always pay attention to that, especially for a cheesesteak. If they're using that cheap, nasty cheese.
Cheese makes it.
It makes it.
Come on.
It's called a cheesesteak for a
Well,
reason.
hello.
So, as long as they got
Exactly.
that good quality cheese in there, like they got that. So they both had that, and they both did their shit. But for me personally, Keystone Steak just did a little bit better, and they got the win for me for those two comparisons.
Okay, I was feeling really torn. Keystone, obviously, the owner, I watched him like come up with this idea and bring it to fruition. So like that really means a lot. It's a lot of space, really good steak. It was great. So then we went to Speed's, and I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna beat Keystone. And then like they gave them a real run for their money. There's not as much space there, but you get a more like homey feel. It's very like hole in the wall type.
Was very homey up.
Yeah, they've been here for 62 years
62.
in the same spot. The owner was really cool, gave us a free steak. They didn't want to be in the video, but they were really cool. So like that was really awesome. Food wise, it was really close. I prefer grease. I want my pizza with grease. I want my burger with grease. I want some grease. So I really like the grease. I like the seasoning a bit better for Keystone Steaks. I felt that the size and price was better at Speed's. So size, price, flavor, atmosphere, I think by just like an inch, I'm gonna give it to Speed's.
It was
Which
a
was
very
really hard
tough
call.
Yeah, very tough call for both restaurants. They both did their shit. They were both.
Yeah.
I recommend checking them both out and giving your own comparison.
We only try the regular cheesesteaks at each shop, so you know they've got other things too to try.
Here's Keystone Steaks. Shout out to Charlie Buckets, Mike from Speeds. Thank you very much for your kind services. We'll see you guys on the next episode of Food Fight.